Hi everyone, today's topic is going to be about lashes, and these are some of my most used lashes. I'm just going to arrange them out over here for you. That way you have an idea about what exactly we're going to be talking about. So when you choose your lashes, make sure that there are little gaps here and there. That way you can see your eye through, and also that it's not too long, especially in the middle and the inner part of the eye. Let's take a look at these lashes. They have a thin band, and some of the bands are transparent, whereas some of the bands are black in color. I personally like the ones which are black because the transparent ones sometimes reflect light and it looks very plasticky. So in the strip lashes category, there are two kinds, and you can see that these are basically longer in the center and they're shorter towards the ends, whereas these are longer towards one side and they're shorter towards the other side. I would simply like to call these as the cat eye or the foxy eye lashes, whereas these are going to give you that doll-like opened up eye looks. So these are kind of apt for everyone, and these can be interusable. Like I can use the left lash on the right eye and the vice versa. Whereas when it comes to the cat lashes, the most important thing to note is that the shortest lash has to go towards the inner corner of your eye. So the first thing to notice when you're using lashes is to make sure that you check the length. So the moment you place the lash on the eye, check whether the length is correct. So if you feel that the lashes are too long and it's hanging after your outer corner, you might want to chop off the outer bit of the lashes. Do not chop off the inner area because that is super small and it's extremely detailed and very well placed. So if you chop off the outer side, you can get rid of the length as well as you can get rid of that extended effect where it makes your eyes to look droopy. So the fox eye lashes, which I love from this brand Roche Ghosh, are in the shade Victoria, and the other one which I absolutely use in most of my tutorials are from this brand called as Henna Beauty, and this one is in the style Nazakat. These are the ones which you will mostly see on most of my tutorials and the one which I'll be demoing for you today. Now the next part of this is to know where to apply your glue. The most important part while you're applying lashes and the most trickiest part is that if you get the glue on the lashes or your finger or the tweezer, you're done. So that's the most difficult part of it, and that's what I struggled with my initial days during lash application. So when there's glue on the lashes as well as your finger, it just goes around being sticky and tacky, and it just goes around just touching everywhere, and your entire eye is a mess, your eyeshadow is a mess, and all that stuff happens. So my advice would be to finish up your eyeshadow, your eyeliner, your mascara, your kajal, and then you wait until your mascara completely dries. Now once your mascara is completely dry, what you would do is to take out a pair of these lashes and you're going to apply the glue right along this band. So you can hold your lashes with your finger while you want to apply, and I'm applying on the bottom side of the lashes, not on the upper side, because the upper side will be outwards and it won't really have any contact to the skin. So when you're applying it, apply a thin and an even layer along your lash line and apply a little more towards these two corners because that's what tends to come out first. Do not make dots and do not make very thick clumps while you're applying it. Make sure it's even and it is smooth. So the trick to applying your lashes is to wait. It's that sweet spot where your lash glue is not too wet and it's not too dry. If your lash glue is too wet, it's gonna come out instantly, and if it's too dry, there is literally no way it's gonna stick on your eye. So you wanna wait for at least 10 to 15 seconds. The more new your glue is, it's going to take a little more time because the glue is too runny and watery. And as you keep using it and the glue keeps getting older, you can obviously do it within the first 10 seconds itself. So once you see that that blueness is kind of reducing but not completely, if it's completely gone, it means it's fully dry. So once it's slightly like fading away here and there, that's the right time to stick your lashes. So let's start off with the application process. I'm going to start by creating a thin eyeliner along my lash line. Now this is just ideal for beginners because it helps you to kind of conceal the band a little more better, and when your eyes are closed, it will kind of cover up the factor that you're actually wearing lashes. So we're going to go ahead with some mascara, and your natural lashes are going to be the perfect base for your false lashes to sit upon. So make sure that there are no gaps between the false lashes and the natural lashes when you finish it. So just to help in that process, we're applying the mascara right now. So now we're going to use the Henna Beauty lashes in the style Nazakat, and then I'm going to apply a little bit of lash glue along the band like how I showed you in the first part of the video. So now I'm just going to wait for a couple of seconds for it to dry, and you can see I'm bending my chin downwards and I'm actually having more space because of that. So the mirror is under my nose level. So that way you look downwards, so you have the space. So I place the center, and then I'm just going to start securing the inner corner as well as the outer corner. Be a little careful as you're working through tweezers because they can be sharp. I would also recommend that you can try out with those contact lenses tweezers because those have a silicone tip, and that is going to be a lot more eye safe. So once you've secured the lashes, you can use the same tweezers and press it together, or you can use your fingers and also squeeze them together. Push the lashes inwards in along the band. That way, if it hasn't gotten stuck anywhere in the middle part of the lash, it's going to stick onto the skin, which is going to make sure it does not come out all day. There is a tiny amount of gap which I have left from the inner corner. This is to make sure it looks natural as well as comfortable. The second most important factor is the outer corner. When you come to the outer corner of the eye, the lashes should not go below the outer V. That is going to be incredibly uncomfortable and very hard for you to open and close your eyes. And make sure that the last strand of hair which is along the outer corner is facing upwards. So if you find that lash strand going downwards, it means that the lash length is too much. So you might want to change the lashes or trim out the outer part of the band like I showed you before. So this is how you can apply false lashes, and I hope you all found this helpful. I'll see you guys for another one. Until next time, bye-bye. So now in case you're struggling with placing your lashes, you can always practice on this part of your hand because it has that perfect curvature to know whether it's going to work or not. So we're going to start by placing the center. Now once you place the center, I'm going to pull from the center and place one corner and pull from one other corner and place it over here. Once you place it, use the back side of the tweezer, or you can even use the back side of a brush. Press the band and make sure that you have not applied extra glue. Then all this area is going to stick onto the tweezer, and the moment you touch, it's going to come outside. Hence, it's important to know where to place your glue. So once that's done, you can just push it this way, just push it onto your skin, and your lashes are going to be well placed onto your eye.